Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, we are group 4. We would like to explain to you about backward design. Before that, I would like to introduce our member. The first one it is Seli Indah Putri, the second one it is Alpayani Safitri, the third one it is Sonia Indah Waldana, and the last one it is myself Noradila Sarita. Okay, let's get started the first topic. Backward design is a curriculum development approach as approach to forward, where the design of curriculum start from the last of the three sections previously discussed: input, methodology, and output. In the backward design, curriculum development start from the learning output, expected learning outcomes, and uses it as a basic for developing the learning process and input teaching material. So in the backward design, curriculum begins with making a statement or the expected learning objective, learning activities, and teaching material. The process that was passed was as follow. Step 1, diagnose need. Step 2, formulate objective. And step 3, select material. Okay, the next material will be explained by Seli Indah Putri. Seli Indah Putri, the time is yours.
Today I will explain to you about an example of using backward design in language teaching. First, backward design in the formulation of learning objective. As quoted from Tyler in Richard 2013, learning objectives are used as criteria for selecting material, content framework, teaching process, testing, and assessment. The purpose of formulating learning objectives is to determine the changes that occur in students who are used to design learning activities so that the expected goals are achieved. Educators have been taught how to write learning objectives that must meet three criteria. First, learning objective contain the general objective of education in the form of smaller units. Second, the learning objective become the basis for compiling teaching and learning activities. Third, learning objective reflect learning attitudes or observable performance.
I will explain about example of using backward design in language teaching second and third. Second, the use of backward design in language learning is when we need analysis. This analysis is part of the process for designing curriculum and learning objectives. As for the step of analysis are: first, the identifying learning needs; second, developing learning objectives; third, identifying language, knowledge, and skill to achieve learning objective; fourth, preparing learning design; and the last, selecting teaching material and method.
The next example of the use of backward design in language teaching is the use of the competency-based instruction method, where in this method, curriculum development begins by determining learning outcomes in the form of competency, knowledge, skills, and attitudes included in the form daily activities and assignments, where at the end of learning, students must be able to achieve the expected competency targets. Then, an example of using backward design is also on the standards and the European framework preferences. The standards referred to here are description of learning outcomes or targets that should be achieved by students even though they are on different curriculum materials, including linguistics and others. So, to achieve the standard in the curriculum, there are several that must be taken, including the first one, identify what language uses the students' needs. For example, reading, writing, listening, and speaking. The second one, describe the standard and performance indicator of each domain. The third one, identify language skills and knowledge needs to achieve standards. And the last one, select learning activities and teaching materials.
Okay, thanks a lot for watching this video, and sorry for mistake. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.